A beautiful August evening in West Lafayette sets the stage as Purdue welcomes FCS Midwest, aka Indiana State. Mostly clear skies and a comfortable 74-degree kickoff temperature provide ideal conditions as the Boilermakers look to put a difficult 2025 campaign behind them. Purdue finished just 2-10 last season, although that represented a one-game improvement over the 1-11 mark from 2024. Now the Boilermakers have an opportunity to start fresh and begin building some momentum. Senior free safety Jaden Mangum brings experience and leadership to the defensive backfield, while junior wide receiver Asad Wasim gives Purdue a dynamic weapon on the outside. Indiana State/FCS Midwest arrives hoping to make things interesting, but Purdue knows this is about more than simply getting a victory. It's about establishing confidence and showing its fans that better days are ahead. Under the lights at Ross-Ade Stadium, the Boilermakers are ready to get to work. Kickoff is coming up next.
Glad to have you with us from Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Thunderbirds and the Purdue Boilermakers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Thunderbirds head coach. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of this season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Boilermakers kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Now the Thunderbirds offense that has the first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Drives inside. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. And it's the Thunderbirds will send out the punt unit. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And onto the field comes Asad Wasim. He entered the portal, looked around, and made his way here from Florida Atlantic. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. Getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. quick give. It's Gibson. Crosses to 40. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Sells the run, looking to pass. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll give it to Jarrett Gibson. And he's still running after the move. Could be an alley. Bust through behind his pad. He now has 62 yards on the ground already. That is a way to make a statement early.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Tight end finds a soft spot. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll go to the air again. Right side, it's Gibson. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Thunderbirds will hustle to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally
makes a grab and room to run. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Here comes the hurry up. Intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Second down to the air. Holds on, it's Owens. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they
runs through a man. He might have some space. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. The fake and wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owens. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Boilermakers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Here's Gibson. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. He's got 69 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Give to the back. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll ride him again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Jackson gonna throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on third. The Thunderbirds will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Trying to make one miss. And they'll stop him right there on the return. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David. Makes the catch, and he's free. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Sells the run, looking to pass. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw for it. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On target over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Right back to the well. Just smothered on the play. And it's the Thunderbirds racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Still running at the 35. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Thunderbirds! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the move from inside his 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Could not make his way to the corner. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Crosses the 30. There he goes. He's got 98 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
And the Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his man. It's Owens. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Boilermakers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they take it in for 6 more points. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Jackson will throw. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
They've got it at the 20 on 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Boilermakers decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Got a little space. Hard running there. Timeout called by Purdue. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And it's the Thunderbirds will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for room. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Oh, pressure's coming. Complete in the middle. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Sells the run, wants to pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll give it to Jarrett Gibson.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
Caught, and he's got room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes a catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Purdue!
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Jackson gonna throw it. Look out! Hauls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Got rid of it just in time. The Thunderbirds will punt it away on 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Comes down, it's Gibson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Missouri State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country. Now back to your game in West Lafayette. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
And it's the Thunderbirds who will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Got a man, it's Gibson. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got out of trouble and throws. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. The Thunderbirds want to crank the tempo.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. This time it's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Quick tempo here for the offense.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Here comes the heat. And he avoids the sack. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Pushes ahead. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And it's the Thunderbirds who will have it 1st and 10.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down. And what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
2nd and long here.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
On the RPO, got it. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 3rd and long right here. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Thunderbirds line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Off play action on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Wants to go up top on second down. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Powers through the defender. He now has 108 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Sells to fake. He'll take a deep shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Second down, gonna throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Long way to go on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They've got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And it's the Thunderbirds will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Searching for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Boilermaker offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Again, running right, it's Gibson. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Can't get him to the ground. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The Boilermakers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Motion from the wideout. Now from inside the red zone. Left side is Townsend. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Boilermakers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Purdue! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They marched 72 yards, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Breaks into the open. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, the ground game. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Brought down. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Thunderbirds come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's complete to the left. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. 2nd down to the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Turning it on. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it up.
All right, we should probably get the backups in there. Purdue fully in control of this one. I think they can handle, with only 8:16 to go, up 42-7. We'll get the backups in there. It says the backups are in there, but I don't believe that because the starting quarterback just ran for a big gain, I think.
The Boilermakers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it right down the middle. And his throw is incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Got enough for the first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fresh center downs going to the air. Under pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They don't need a bunch on second down. Trying to establish the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Just had to get rid of it. And it's the Thunderbirds send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 40. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Purdue will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll move the tight end. Working the ground game. Down he goes. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Keeps it himself. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. The Thunderbirds will line it up on 1st and 10. RPO complete. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Takes off. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Makes the grab on the left. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Got him on the RPO. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. And it's the Thunderbirds can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Firing to the right, complete. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Turns it upfield.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking for space, it's Jenkins. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
So Purdue rolls to a pretty easy win over FCS Midwest here tonight, thanks to the arm of the quarterback, Ryan Brown. 56-7 is the final. Taking a quick look at the team stats here, Purdue had the edge in 1st downs, 29-18. Total offense, 544 to 269. Rushing yardage, 180 to 102. Passing yardage, 364 to 167. 3rd down conversion percentage, 70% to 43%. Turnovers, FCS Midwest had the only turnover. That was an interception. And then the time of possession battle was won by Purdue by about 6 minutes. Looking at the player stats for Purdue, Ryan Brown finishes 29 of 36 for 340 yards, 6 passing touchdowns for Brown. Incredible day for him. For FCS Midwest, Myrick Jackson III finishes 12 of 23 for 114 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading rusher for FCS Midwest was Donnell Creighton, 14 carries for 59 yards for him. For Purdue, they were led by Jarek Gibson, 11 carries for 106 yards for him. I feel they need to get him the ball a little bit more. Shane Honeycutt, the backup quarterback, had the only rushing touchdown of the day for Purdue. Leading receivers, Asad Wasim had himself a day, 9 catches for 141 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. I think he might be Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. We'll see. BC Owens caught a touchdown pass. Denylon Morissette caught one, and Chauncey Magwood also caught touchdown passes for Purdue. For FCS Midwest, leading receiver was Jayshawn Burdett, 5 catches for 49 yards for him, but Davis Brunner had the only receiving touchdown for FCS Midwest. Leading blocker for FCS Midwest was Jared Blank with 3 pancakes. For Purdue, it was Jude McCoskey with 4 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Boilermakers, they were led in total tackles by John Slaughter with 10 tackles. Tackles for loss are led by Rodney Laura with 3. Sacks, they were led by TJ Lindsay with 1. And interceptions, John Slaughter had the only interception, so good day for him. For FCS Midwest, no interceptions. Earl Grant led the team in sacks with 1.5. He also tied for the team lead in tackles for loss with Craig Tomasula. Each had 3. And in total tackles, it was Lito Anthony and Earl Grant tying for the team lead with 11 each. Kicking stats for FCS Midwest, no field goals attempted, but Eric Franks made his only extra point attempt. And for Purdue, no field goals attempted, and Jacobo Lozano was 8 of 8 on extra point attempts. Punting for Purdue, Dylan Drennan had 2 punts for an average of 54 yards per punt. And for FCS Midwest, Blake McEnroe had 8 punts for an average of 48.2 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Midwest, Sam McMoon had 4 returns for an average of 14 yards per return. Shaquille Jenkins had 3 returns for an average of 16.3 yards per return. And Jeremiah Boss had 1 return for 14 yards. For Purdue, Fame Ijaboy, I think, had 2 returns for an average of 27 yards per return. He did have a 34-yarder. Punt returns for Purdue. Xavier Townsend had 6 returns for an average of 7.5 yards per return, and Tramar Harris had 1 return for 35 yards, not bad. For FCS Midwest, no punt returns whatsoever. Looking at the scoring summary, in the first quarter, Purdue struck first with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Brown to Assad Wasim. 7-0 Purdue at the end of 1. In the second quarter, Brown finds Wasim again from 7 yards out. Then FCS Midwest gets their only points of the game on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Myrick Jackson III to Davis Brunner. Purdue then got a 30-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Wasim once again, and then Brown to Wasim yet again from 14 yards out. Wasim had 4 receiving touchdowns in the first half. It was Purdue 28, FCS Midwest 7 at the halftime break. In the third quarter, more of the same from Brown, but at least he found other targets this time. He had a 45-yard touchdown pass to B.C. Owens, then a 4-yard touchdown pass to Chauncey Magwood, and it was 42-7 going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Purdue gets a 9-yard touchdown run from Shane Honeycutt and a 21-yard touchdown pass from Shane Honeycutt to Denylon Morissette. That gives you your final score of Purdue 56, FCS Midwest / Indiana State 7. So a dominant opening week performance from Purdue, looking to build on only 2 wins last year. They've got 1 already in 2026. Headline says, no contest, nothing goes right for Thunderbirds in blowout. Boilermakers moved to 1-0. Highlighted players were Donnell Creighton for FCS Midwest and Assad Wasim for Purdue. You can see Purdue, much higher rated team. And there's Purdue's schedule. Next week, they've got Wake Forest at home. Wake Forest had an upset loss. I can't remember who to, but Purdue might be able to go 2-0 next week. We'll see. Next game coming your way. It's going to be another 6 p.m. kickoff between Boise State and number 2 Oregon. That could be interesting. Oregon will probably pull away eventually, but we'll see. But from West Lafayette, Indiana, the Purdue Boilermakers roll to a 56-7 victory over FCS Midwest / Indiana State, and we will see you next time.